Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Outlet Pass podcast here on rotoden.com. This is episode 4. My name is Nick Fox, and as always, beside me is Jason DeStefano.
What's going on, guys?
So we're actually pre-recording this portion of the podcast because we're going to have a guest on for this episode.
We have my man Lester coming on, the founder of DeadSeriousness.com, and we're going to be talking some Knicks. He's a diehard Knicks fan, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun with that later.
So we're just going to try and wrap up quickly, I guess, some things that happened in the NBA in the past week. So the bulk of the podcast will be that interview, but there are a couple things that we want to get to. One of them we actually we forgot about last week, and that was the NBA. The Board of Owners voted, and the lottery changes are voted on to pass.
Yes,
So,
that and the resting rule.
also changed and
Also
is now and that was passed as well. The lottery rules, for those of you that don't remember, it was a flattening of the odds at the top of the lottery. So instead of the number 1 team getting a 25% chance, the number 2 getting a 19.9, and the number 3 getting a 15.6% chance of getting the number 1 overall pick, the top 3, or the worst teams with the 3 worst records, all now have 14% odds to get the number 1 overall pick. The 4th place team was bumped up 1.5 percentage points to have a better shot at getting a number 1 overall pick. And from there, all the way to the end of the lottery, it's a 1 to 2% decrease all the way down. So I think we talked about this. I was in favor of it. I don't remember exactly what you feel.
I mean, I like the new rule. I actually kind of like the flattening of the odds. I mean, I don't think it's going to change tanking, but because now it's like, oh, we're like right in the middle of like, basically the not making the playoffs. Let's just get worse, and then we can probably go for that 4th to 5th odds because you have better odds now.
Yeah,
around that area.
I don't know. I like it. I said before, I think flattening the odds would hopefully try and bring about some sort of
change,
taking away the competitiveness that comes with trying to be the worst team.
That's true.
But maybe. There's probably still going to be tanking. Let's be honest with ourselves.
There's always going to be tanking in this league, no matter what.
And then the second part of that rule thing, just to go over it, the new rest rules allow Adam Silver, under certain circumstances, including nationally televised games, he can find teams who choose to sit players who are healthy. So this is actually really big.
Yes, I actually really like this rule.
Go ahead.
This is like the shortcomings, like, oh, if you go on, especially on road trips. That's what I heard. Like if like the Cleveland Cavaliers go on the road, LeBron James sits like last minute, they're fining him, like, and the team. Like there's no doubt about it. So I really like this rule because the fans come to see players like that play, and if you're gonna say like that takes away most of the entertainment from the game.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I think. At least just letting the league know beforehand, like, hey, listen, we're gonna rest a couple guys on like this Tuesday night like league pass game.
Yeah,
like that's I don't see
like occasionally I get it because we need these players. Like LeBron James is going into his 15th, 16th.
I think
season.
we said 15th year.
Yeah, so it's like he needs rest. Players like Melo need rest. Players like Wade are gonna need rest, but they need to play those big-time games or those away games. Like,
don't have a Monday night NBA game with the Cavs and Spurs and have everyone but, like, Tony Parker sit out. Yeah, exactly. Of, like, big-name players.
Exactly.
So
that's huge.
So that was actually passed. What was that, last week?
Yes, and it was a 28 to 1 to 1
right.
vote.
The Mavericks abstained. They were the team that abstained.
Well, the Thunder.
Oh, the Thunder abstained?
Yes.
Oh, did the Mavericks vote against them?
Well, wait, the Thunder went against and the Mavericks abstained.
Yeah.
My fault.
So, Mark Cuban.
he's always got to do something.
He's always got to do something. Switching gears now, from the lottery, we have contract extensions. And we have a big contract extension.
Oh, we have a huge contract extension.
The Oklahoma City Thunder, Russell Westbrook has re-upped with them for 5 years, $205 million. Effectively making him the highest paid player in the league.
He is. It's the richest contract in NBA history, which is insane.
My goodness. This deal was done under the designated player veteran extension thing, which I don't know enough about. but it means they can just throw a lot of money at you.
And they have his bird rights.
Right, as well.
So they could go over the cap
Mm-hmm.
for that. And this is huge because now it's just proven that Westbrook is there to stay.
Yeah.
He's loyal. And also proves about how petty he is signing it on the day of Kevin Durant's birthday.
I really don't think it was petty.
I mean,
I really think he was.
I just find it so funny, like, how they've been talking about this extension for months, and then this day. Nah, I'm just throwing it out there, guys.
Right.
I'm just throwing it out there. It's just peculiar.
But if you look back to last year, Westbrook wasn't the main one that was dishing the pettiness.
It was definitely like
it was Enes Kanter dishing it on the bench. It was the entire Oklahoma City franchise giving out cupcake T-shirts and having a cupcake run around when Golden State came into town.
Of course.
So do I think Westbrook maybe like tried to like throw a little dig? I guess I don't know, but this doesn't.
He's petty.
Yeah, I don't. Sure, we could say.
I love the pettiness. I love it when NBA players are petty.
And off the heels of this, we had Paul George, who was recently just traded to Thunder, quoted as saying something along the lines of, "Well, now that Russ signed his extension, he makes my decision a lot easier when it comes time to make my decision."
And that could.
So that means Paul George is staying in Oklahoma City. Oh my God.
That could be. That was definitely needed, that extension too, because now they have a plan. So if the Thunder do what they need to do this year and compete with the Warriors and the Spurs and the Rockets, then Paul George is definitely there to stay.
And Melo too, maybe.
Melo will definitely accept this player option from there. I don't know.
So to me personally, it wasn't like if he was gonna sign the extension.
Yeah.
It was like, just please do it. Just please stop. Please stop hanging us out on like this. Just do it. Just do it.
And now we kind of feel like the Lakers are gonna get screwed. You know, they were waiting out for Paul George.
Right.
They weren't gonna dish out the extra assets
because they thought Paul George was gonna be like, "Yo, let's go back to LA together and go play for the Lakers."
Yeah, they were expecting to get that 2 stars in the next free agency. They're trying to lure LeBron, trying to lure Paul George. So. Now they're not going to get Paul George.
Well,
probably.
It's still a year away.
Well, it's still a year away, and a lot of things could happen. He could hate Westbrook and Melo for all we know after this season. But it's looking pretty good for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
It is.
Not so good for the
Los Angeles.
Well,
they have Lonzo Ball. So, more contract news. Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade did, as a matter of fact, go to Cleveland right after our last podcast.
It was like 2 days, or was it the day after?
It was like literally the day after we dropped the episode.
I somehow got that right.
Yeah. I figured he was going to go to Cleveland.
Yeah.
I figured I should take a shot at the one with Oklahoma City. Thank God he's not going to Oklahoma City. There's not enough balls for.
There's not enough. There's not enough touches in like how long is the NBA game? 40 minutes.
48 minutes.
Yeah, not enough. Not enough time to get everyone the ball.
Nick just woke up from a nap, guys. He's not feeling it.
Shh! They don't need to know things like this.
Nah, I had to put you on blast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but yeah. So Dwayne Wade's gonna be playing shooting guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Back with LeBron. We're back to the dynamic duo.
Is he starting?
Well, probably gonna be starting.
He'll be starting. So then they put JR on the bench.
Yeah, I think that. Huh. I think that's a good move. Pair him up with LeBron. And then, so that leaves us with the combo of Derrick Rose and Dwayne Wade in the backcourt. I'm not too high on that.
I'm a little worried.
I'm not. I mean, I think Derrick Rose has a little something to prove this season, so it should be interesting.
Yeah.
But Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade, LeBron,
Kevin Love possibly playing the 5.
Kevin Love,
that's the new rumor.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. And then LeBron probably playing power forward and Kyle Korver starting at small forward. Is that what we're gonna get?
I don't know.
We're gonna start Channing Frye at power forward.
There's so many questions.
There's so many
questions.
I have so many questions for Tyronn Lue, and I don't think he has any answers.
But just that backcourt to me is really worrying because like let's say like the Wizards come in, right? Mm-hmm. And it's John Wall and Bradley Beal, and then you have Derrick Rose and Dwayne Wade. Like, who guards who in that scenario? Do you put Derrick Rose on John Wall? Do you put?
Here's your answer, Nick. No one gets guarded because Derrick Rose can't defend. And Dwayne Wade has the knees of a 70-year-old man. So.
Oh, boy. Oh, Jay Crowder. We're forgetting about Jay Crowder.
We forgot. Oh, Jay Crowder will definitely start at small forward.
Okay.
Thank God it's not Kyle Korver.
Okay.
But the thing that still worries me, though. All right, so We'll get into the Kevin Love. That's the new rumor. Tyronn Lue says he might start Kevin Love at center this season and bench Tristan Thompson. You have Derrick Rose, defensive liability.
Yep.
Dwayne Wade, who is a tiny bit more competent than him now.
He just has age as his main problem.
It's just age. Dwayne Wade was one of the best two-way guards in the NBA.
Yeah.
But now age, obviously that's a concern. And now you put Kevin Love at center.
He's undersized for power forward. He's like a 6'9" power forward.
He's like 6'10". Yeah, I mean the height thing in the NBA, like they're.
Well, yeah, it's becoming more fluid now, where you can put out however many guys at like the same height. Maybe this might help him because it might go back to like post Kevin Love when he was like.
That's true.
Maybe
That's true. He won't be looked at to spread the floor as much.
And he can still spread the floor at the 5 position.
Yeah.
So maybe this might. Because you know what it is? Because they have so many front court guys.
But you know the one thing that doesn't make sense.
What?
I know they're not gonna have anyone to stop the Warriors per se, but putting Kevin Love out there and benching Tristan Thompson definitely doesn't help your defense. Like, that was their worst problem last year.
And the rebounding, right? Tristan Thompson's a very good rebounder.
So is Kevin Love.
Well,
Kevin Love's a very good rebounder. Once you put him at that 5 spot, I'm sure his rebounds will go up.
But that interior defense.
The interior defense is going to be faulty.
Because at least if the Warriors drive into the paint, like, obviously they won't be that worried by Tristan Thompson, but it's a thought. Yeah. You drive in and it's like, okay, Tristan Thompson's there.
Well, that was the thing when they got Andrew Bogut last year. It was like, oh, wow, they have like a guy who could just rim protect, and then he broke his leg, and now he's on the Lakers, and he's no use there.
Yeah, so now, I don't know, man. I like that they're starting Jay Crowder and LeBron, because I feel like Jay Crowder might take that 4 spot, and they'll keep LeBron at the 3. And Jay Crowder can kind of do that undersized 4 thing.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a gritty guy.
He's a gritty guy, and he hits the corner 3.
Right.
You know you love that.
Right, I do.
I know you love that. But, this Cavs lineup is just so... It's going to be... They're going to be fine. But it's just worrying. You know what I mean?
texted you. When did I text you? I texted you this weekend because they had a picture. I think it was Hoop Central tweeted out like the depth chart for the Cavs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I texted you and I went, I'm a little worried about this.
I know. I mean, like, it's LeBron.
Right.
But there's still questions. We still have questions.
It's still like I remember thinking like when they
need to do more.
I called them an off-season winner because they brought in, or I thought they brought in like all this like talent to help them contend. Mm-hmm. But then you kind of look at it on paper and you're like, I don't think it's enough.
Isaiah Thomas not coming till January.
Right, that's huge.
That's huge. Because Derrick Rose, the knees,
he can score.
The knees. He's a 6th man in this league. He's a 6th man in this league.
Right, he's a point guard that just comes off the bench and they just score.
Yeah, and he takes a little of the ball handling off of LeBron, but he's not going to rack up like the playmaking. No. But he's just going to score and like handle the ball. I don't know. Man, this team's weird.
This team's very weird.
They just kind of took out like all these guys that they're good but no one wants and just compiled them.
They're like,
a team.
We are going to be the ones to do it.
Oh, and then people are saying if LeBron doesn't win with this team,
yeah,
come on, this team's gonna beat the Warriors. Come on, but they might get lucky to even win that game 4 or 5. Like,
yeah,
this is still a 5-game series.
Yeah,
they got better.
Yeah,
but they're not gonna win.
Yeah, I don't know how else to add to this.
I'm just mad, man. Why? People are gonna roast LeBron either way if he loses this NBA championship. They're gonna be like, "Oh, look at his roster. It's like 34-year-old Dwayne Wade. Like, what was that supposed to do?
Like 28-year-old, like just no defense.
Dwayne Wade's gonna lock up Steph Curry. In the
Jose
NBA
Calderon.
No, exactly. Look at all these players. Jose Calderon's still on their roster. He's a Knick reject, people. Come on.
That was so loud.
I'm so mad.
Can we please warn everyone about that? Oh my goodness. Well, that's our feeling on the Cavs.
Just put a timestamp right.
A lot of positivity.
All right. Moving on. Because I'm getting frustrated. I don't know why. The Kawhi injury. He's gonna be out for some of the preseason with the quad injury.
Is he missing any of the regular season?
They haven't announced that yet, but
No, it's the Spurs. They don't announce things like that.
Yeah, I don't think it sounds too serious, but that's just something to be aware about.
Mm-hmm.
As obviously we haven't seen him since the Western Conference Finals,
where he rolled his
game
ankle.
1, when he rolled his ankle. Obviously, the quad injury doesn't stem from that. This is just a training injury.
I don't think Greg Popovich would put him out there if he wasn't 100%.
And there's no need. It's going to be...
Right.
Even if he has to miss, like, game 1 or game 2 of, like, the regular season, I think the Spurs can survive without him for like, 2 games. Yeah,
absolutely.
But there's no way that's going to be a big problem. But it's just something to
it affects our MVP predictions.
Yes, that's true. If he misses 2 games... It's like it's solid, like 30 points.
It's over.
I don't know. So, anyway, last topic of discussion till the interview. Adam Silver in the NBA reiterated that the NBA rule that stood before the whole NFL kneeling, that all players must stand during the national anthem for every regular season game, and now we have a little. There might be some unrest about this. It's going to be a little interesting to see. I mean, obviously, I don't like to talk politics, especially with. I mean,
it's a basketball podcast. We don't want to bore you guys with stuff like this.
But this is something that obviously some of the NBA players are going to feel wrong about, especially with everything that's going on in the world. And I remember I saw J.R. Smith quote this tweet, and he said, so. That already shows you a sign of what players are going to do, so should be interesting to see.
I don't think we're here to interject our opinion. We're just here to let you know that this is most likely going to be a storyline for a large portion of the NBA, especially right when it kicks off.
Especially, as we know, LeBron calling Donald Trump
you
bum.
Right. The Warriors not wanting to go to the White House. Trump rescinding his offer for them to go to the White House.
CJ McCollum and Bradley Beal are pretty vocal after LeBron's tweet. And that's all I really put into it. Like, there's NBA players who aren't happy about what's going on in this nation, and just like the NFL players, and Donald Trump kind of sparked it up a little bit more. So we could see some unrest about this rule. So that's just something to bring up. Adam Silver, he's been pretty good.
I think he's been a very good commissioner.
He was very good with the whole Donald Sterling. That was the first thing he did, and he completely banned him, and that was good. So I think he's very good when it comes to stuff like this. Yeah,
I think he understands the players a little bit more. So it should definitely be something to look out for as the season progresses.
Definitely, it should be interesting. And J.R. Smith is so funny.
He's you could see him saying that.
And you could see Adam Silver calling him 5 minutes later and be like, all right, J.R., listen. and then 5 minutes after that phone call with Adam Silver, LeBron calls him. He's like, what do you say? He's like, I need to talk to him.
Oh, no.
While him and Dwayne Wade are sipping on wine.
Yeah, right.
But, we'll see. That's the end of that. I just figured we mention it.
Yeah. So. And that's about it as far as what we wanted to talk about NBA news-wise.
So now it's going to be on to the interview with my man Lester.
Enjoy, guys.
Go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special interview here on the Outlet Pass podcast. We are joined today by the creator of DeadSeriousness.com, Lester Lee. Lester, how are you doing today?
What's going on, man? Just ready to... NBA season's coming. Just thinking about Porzingis winning MVP.
That's definitely... hey, listen, it's not out of the question.
Huge Ron Baker fan.
He's a huge Ron Baker enthusiast. Can we put that down?
Shoot.
All right, man. So I guess the first thing that comes to mind when we talk about the Knicks, the big news recently, the Melo trade. What were your first thoughts when that trade happened?
Obviously, a little disappointed, mainly because I'm a huge fan of just torturing Melo, and he kind of got what he wanted. So, I wish we traded him to I don't know.
The Magic.
I can't even name anyone the Magic. Yeah, him and Tobias Harris over there. I don't even know.
Evan Fournier, I think, is their best player.
Oh, Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
Well, that's a playoff team right there, but
That's like a bottom scraper 8 seed
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, but upon further review, I don't know. I like the Knicks stocking up on centers. Everyone's going small.
Yeah.
I like Enes Kanter, Joe Kim, Willie Hernan Gomez. Just more centers, please.
Do you think you'll see Enes Kanter at the 4 at all this year? Maybe run him next to someone like Kyle O'Quinn?
I bet we see Kyle O'Quinn at the 5 more than we see Enes Kanter at the 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. So that now that's what I'm talking. Yeah, we have a surplus of centers. Not the best ones, but we have Willie, who's young, and we have Enes, who's kind of young. Do you think we're going to make a trade? Like maybe trade Kyle O'Quinn?
I was thinking about that. He is one of the most efficient players on the team, but I also think you're not going to get back anything of value.
Yeah, the Knicks were.
I think if a good organization had Kyle O'Quinn, they'd get something of value back. I think we just end up with another center.
Yeah. No, I see that. I remember the Knicks were saying that Kyle O'Quinn was available last trade deadline, and they were looking for first-round picks, and then immediately no team was interested. So that says a lot of what the Knicks could get out of Kyle O'Quinn. But
I guess we'll see. People get injured. We'll see at the deadline, but
that's true. That's very true.
chances are we'll trade him for, I don't know, someone else who's making Joakim Noah money.
Oh no! Let's please not.
So
do
you
that.
talked a lot about the stock up at the center position. How do you feel about Doug McDermott possibly slotting in as like a backup 3?
That's another thing I love. Just surround Kristaps with shooters. Get him out there. Tim Hardaway, Courtney Lee. Just catch, shoot. No defense, but we'll outscore you.
Yeah,
It's like a Rockets mentality.
I'm actually in favor of Doug McDermott even starting, let alone be the backup. What do you think is the situation with that 3 spot? People were talking Courtney Lee, people were talking Doug, Michael Beasley.
Michael Beasley. First of all, I don't feel comfortable starting anyone named Doug. I think Courtney Lee defensively has earned that spot.
Okay.
But don't be shocked. Beasley, fourth quarter, the crunch time lineup. Beasley's out there.
He likes to think he's on the level of LeBron.
Oh
So,
yeah.
I mean,
how did you feel about that quote today? He said that he was on the same level as LeBron James and Kevin Durant talent-wise. Yet he's making minimum deal money.
That is a man who's using 11% of his brain.
Oh man. You gotta love Michael Beasley. He really embraces the New York media.
hey, that's fun.
He has a pretty similar game to Carmelo.
Right, that was the other comment. He's just
he's-
Carmelo on the left side of the floor, I
Oh
think it
my
was.
God.
That's not necessarily wrong.
Hey, that's all right.
The question is, do we want another Carmelo?
No.
Exactly.
That's just me. So the question is, are you happy, Melo? The legacy of Melo is finally over. Are you happy?
I'll say it's the same thing I felt after Mari left. Nothing. I don't feel anything.
You don't feel it? It was a long time coming.
Yeah, I think the team's a playoff team regardless, which might be a hot take, but I think the only problem is, the entire offseason, Kristaps continuously said he loves Carmelo.
Yeah.
And the front office has done nothing but bully Kristaps. So trading away his favorite teammate, probably not the smartest.
I can agree with you on that. But also at the same time, I'm hearing Kristaps is actually excited to take over the role of team leader on offense. So we'll see how that plays out. I mean, either way, the Knicks are going to get better with Melo on the team.
Did you see the story today? Kristaps' physiotherapist is moving from Spain to New York.
Okay. I
I
like
don't know
that.
what physiotherapist is, but
I think that's the guy. I think that's the guy we usually see work out with him in Latvia.
Yeah, exactly. He's bringing over his henchman.
And you see, have you seen how huge he looks this off season.
He's eating, and I love it.
I love it too. My man, I'm tired of seeing my man get bullied around by Marcus Smart in the post.
By Marcus Smart. Yeah, no, that's still gonna happen, but
He can fight back a little bit now.
I don't know. I like his finesse game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely his game, like finesse. Like he's not like a guy who's going to overpower you. That's never been his game. So I feel like he might try to incorporate that a little bit more this season, which might not work out.
I don't know. You go down low, that's when you start getting hurt.
That's true.
Yeah, that's when the wear and tear of like banging up against guys for like 20 minutes a night starts to really show.
Exactly. Stay out of the paint. Yeah, I want all 5 guys around the 3-point arc.
Oh no.
Do you want to just be a Warriors fan or?
No, I mean, we do have a super team, so.
That's true.
Oh yeah, but without Derrick Rose, it's not the real super team.
Right.
But we're still up there. Maybe with like the Wizards.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. So, other than that, what do you think the starting lineup should look like coming into the first game of the season?
I genuinely believe Ron Baker should be the starting point guard.
Really?
Okay.
I don't, maybe because I've seen 0 highlights of this French guy.
The French Prince of New York?
I like Ron Baker's hustle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give him 35 minutes, see what happens.
Who's your other point? Isn't Ramon Sessions the other point guard on the roster?
Yeah, or Jared Jack, whichever the Knicks decide to choose.
I'm gonna agree with the Ron Baker idea. I see no reason not to.
Oh no.
He's an impact player.
He's one of those great guys.
Yeah. He just needs to start wearing. He just needs to start wearing a headband, and then he'll really get it going.
First one at practice, last one out.
Exactly.
So, starting shooting guard, Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, I think he could be an all-star.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, all the all-stars from the East were moved to the West, so it's either going to be him or, like, I don't know, Avery Bradley.
Yeah.
That's true. They're gonna be jockeying for one of those last guard spots.
Hey,
They
it's
could be.
open
He
with
can
Paul
average
George.
25 a game.
Oh.
You say 25 a game?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now that's a hot take. That's a hot take. And you said Courtney Lee is small forward, obviously KP at power forward, unless you have another hot take brewing up for us. At center, who do you think? Willie, Ennis?
Yeah, you throw Willie out there. I think Ennis is your scorer off the bench.
I completely agree with that.
You just need to honestly sticking him next to Kyle O'Quinn wouldn't be a bad idea because Kyle O'Quinn's good at defense and Enes Kanter has cement shoes on defense for some reason.
And as we know, Billy Donovan going can't play Kanter
Yeah, right.
on the side of the playoffs. But yeah, I'm excited to see Kanter off the bench. That's what I hope they use. So Nick, you got any other questions?
Yeah, actually, I have a outside of the Knicks. One team in the NBA that you're excited to watch this year.
Oh, it's 1,000% the Houston Rockets.
Ooh.
Ooh.
CP3 and Harden together. That's not exactly a boring combo. I can definitely see that.
Because what I love is they pretty much don't have a team outside of them anymore.
Yeah.
Because they had to trade everyone to get Chris Paul.
Mm.
The second pick would be the Clippers.
Ooh, I like that.
Interesting.
Okay.
They made a lot of moves.
They added all the depth that they needed because
Yeah.
they were struggled so much on the bench.
Gallinari is, I think, a problem. Like, I think he's former Nick. I think he's out for a while because he, during like Euro Ball, he punched an opponent in the face.
I saw that.
I love that.
I never knew him as a rage guy, so I was a little surprised when I saw that.
How do you feel about Milos Tedesic, that new the Serbian guy that they just picked up? I don't know if you saw any of his highlights from the first game that they had, but he just throws no look passes like it's his job.
Oh, I saw his EuroLeague stuff. He's Ricky Rubio back. You know, it's the same player.
Yeah.
Love it.
We need more Ricky Rubio, more guys who can't shoot, so the good shooters look better.
Of course.
I ask you guys, what are the chances that Lonzo Ball is Magic Johnson, or that he's just Ricky Rubio?
Ooh,
Wow. See, I can see it going both ways. I think if they don't put the right team around him, he becomes Ricky Rubio. But if they're able to figure out a roster that works well with his strengths, he could become Magic Light.
A light Magic
Yeah,
Johnson.
I don't think you'll ever see another Magic Johnson.
Oh, dude. Lonzo.
Wait, so you're saying Brandon Ingram isn't the guy?
Maybe?
I haven't seen enough of Brandon Ingram. He was kind of, how do I say this? Disappointing last season. But, I think
that's how you say it.
Yeah, that's how you say it. So, I definitely need to see more from this young core. I think Lonzo could be the man, though. I'm pretty high on Lonzo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of comparisons like Steve Nash and stuff. I've not seen Lonzo make a shot.
I saw him hit 1 3-pointer, to be fair.
Just one.
Just one in the.
Back.
Yeah, I think he had 5 points in his first preseason game, but like 7 assists or something like that.
Okay.
So that's I don't think he's gonna light up the scoreboard as far as points go. I think he's just gonna pass. So
He could have like an Alfred Payton like stat sheet, like the occasional triple double, but like never shooting from like outside the 3-point arc.
But he can shoot though. That's
He
the thing.
can shoot, but he looks timid. I mean, it's too early to tell.
It's
but
really early.
I don't know.
That's the lowest Alfred Payton. What a benchmark. Okay.
I think is that the low point for Lonzo? Is Alfred Payton?
I think the low point for Alonzo was Alfred Payton, but like unfortunately I've seen Alfred Payton kind of light up the Knicks a little. They'll jump off like 20 feet from him. The point guard will be standing in the paint and he'll be like, you can't shoot, and he'll like jump up to the free throw line and shoot it.
No, I think we all agree Lonzo's gonna come to MSG and murder the Knicks.
Oh yeah. Oh, everyone looks good when they go against the Knicks.
Oh jeez, sorry guys. And then one other non-Nick related question. Me and Jason had our predictions for MVP. Off the top of your head, do you have any gut instinct who you feel like is going to win the MVP this year?
So, I think this is an easy one for me. I want to say Kristaps, but
I was waiting for that.
I think the trophy belongs to Kawhi Leonard this year.
Ooh,
that
makes 3 of us. We both agreed that Kawhi was going to win it this year.
Yeah.
Well, that's not interesting.
Yeah, I know.
So
do you have a dark horse for MVP?
Kristaps.
Giannis.
Giannis?
Giannis.
Okay.
Giannis is actually a very good one.
Yeah, I think the Bucks are gonna, or John Wall. I don't know. One of those teams are gonna do way better. Like
Just overachieve
the
dramatically.
Wizards are the first seed, which is very possible. It's John Wall's trophy.
Yeah, we're actually talking about this earlier on the podcast about the lackluster of the Cleveland roster. It's like a team like the Wizards could actually challenge them for the first seed.
It's a little nerve-wracking looking at the Cleveland roster and going, wait, what?
Are they a lock? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Channing Frye's gonna play minutes.
That man's gonna play.
That's not a good idea.
That's concerning.
That's not a good idea.
Tavares might play too.
Yeah, right? Now Richard Jefferson's going to have no friends on the bench to talk to because Channing Frye's going to be playing.
Calderon are gonna have a great podcast.
The Jose Calderon, the memories.
Top 10 shooter in NBA history. Jose Calderon.
Jason actually got very triggered when we were talking about Jose Calderon earlier. I don't know if you hold that same idea about him.
Oh, I love him. He stopped James Harden.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Oh, God. All right, so back to the Knicks. We wanted to ask you your all-time starting 5 lineup for the New York Knicks. What would it be?
So this is tough because first of all, anything that happened in black and white, that's not real basketball. So, the Pearl, Walt Clyde, those players don't exist.
Okay.
Knicks ball started in the 90s.
Okay.
So, point guard. My brain says Mark Jackson, but my heart says John Starks.
Okay.
We'll put him as a 1-2. 1A, 1B.
1A, 1B.
2 guard. You get Latrell Sprewell out there.
Okay.
Just run the fast break, choking coaches out. Having the same braids as, your little sister. It's great.
That's all in the scouting report of him, actually.
Unfortunately, I'm going to say Carmelo.
All right, small forward. I can. Roll
Yeah,
with that.
I would actually see that. It'd be hard not to put him in there, I think.
He's got a lot of points or whatever.
He puts the ball in the net.
Yeah, a lot.
I've heard. Who's the power forward? That's tough. I'd say your center is obviously Ewing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying really hard not to say Amari because I don't believe that.
Okay.
I'm surprised you're not genuinely
Yeah, there's
just
an
going.
obvious one in there.
There's an obvious one in there. I mean, eventually he might be.
I want to say, let's just, Andrea Bagnani.
Wait, was that the one you were talking about?
I was actually thinking about Lance Thomas.
Okay.
Any Kurt Thomas fans out there?
Oh, dude, when Kurt Thomas was on that 2012-2013 team.
Oh my goodness. Where's Charles Oakley in all this?
Where's Jason Kidd?
Charles Oakley suspended.
Okay. Fair enough. I could definitely see the NBA doing that.
Oh.
Should Jeremy Lin get some shine on this?
Ooh.
He's like a 6-man, right?
I think Lynn Sandy was definitely Jeremy Lin and Lynn Sandy was definitely the best point guard the Knicks have seen in like the past 20 years.
If you're running the ultimate Knicks team, who has more minutes tonight, Jeremy Lin or Stephon Marbury?
Oh
Wow.
I gotta rep
The right answer is Nate Robinson.
Shoot, he had us.
Dude, that team. Now that was a team. And Nate Robinson. Oh wait, where's David Lee?
Where's David Lee? Oh man.
When David Lee had that one good season with the Knicks, that was when I was feeling myself as a Knicks fan.
All-star David Lee.
And All-Star David Lee, exactly. But yeah, Nick, you got any more questions?
I guess just one off the top of my head. How soon is it before we see the Knicks really, really contending? Because they seem to be they're getting in a direction where they're going to rebuild, and it's going to be a couple years. I just want to know how many years you think it is before they hit the contending stage.
Well, it's inevitable that Kristaps will not be part of it. He's leaving the second he gets the chance.
Jeez.
I think we have to wait for Joe Kim and Tim Hardaway to get off the books. So it's another 4 years.
Okay.
And I think we just have to pray that Sam Hinkie wants to be in the front office. So the process takes, another 5 years?
Something like that, right?
Yeah, I mean,
2027?
I don't think
Got
you're
it,
wrong
that's-
when you say that.
10 years down the line.
So do you not believe in Scott Perry?
No. Wait, do you?
I think he has some sort of direction that's not like Phil
He
Jackson.
signed Tim Hardaway.
I'm not a huge downer on that signing.
Why?
He's so outraged at this.
Yeah, I don't think we see eye to eye on this topic. But I don't know. I just
What's great about Tim Hardaway?
he's
His bank
improving.
account?
His bank account is pretty great. He was one of my winners in free agency. Just Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, no. From his perspective, he had a great offseason.
He did.
From the Knicks,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, especially if you trade for Doug, they're the same player as Doug McDermott.
He's just, I think he's a little bit more agile. I don't think Doug has that of it, the mobility.
Yeah, I don't think. Oh God, I'm just thinking about Doug McDermott running up and down the court with a Knicks jersey on, and everyone outrunning him.
Doug.
Doug. No man named Doug should be starting. That's a good one.
Also, he signed Ron Baker. Ron Baker's making more money than Derrick Rose is this year.
He's making just as much money as Derrick Rose and Dwayne Wade combined this year. I'm pretty sure he's making.
So, I don't know how he says Scott Perry is so great.
That's not. That's true.
Off topic, what do you think of Wade going to the Cavs?
I think it's the ultimate cuff move, but LeBron clearly left him in Miami. One in Cleveland now. Dwayne Wade's following him. I think he should have went to OKC.
Really.
Ooh, that's what you said that.
That's what I said. I thought he should have went to OKC, And then
To be fair, I think the Thunder have enough people over the age of 30. I don't think we need anyone else.
and you have enough. You don't have enough basketballs for Dwayne Wade. to
Right, we
join.
do not have enough basketballs for Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, Paul George, and Russell
I don't
Westbrook.
believe in that at all. There's not enough basketballs. That's insane.
We'll just bring in more.
Yeah, I think Dwayne Wade has to bring his own.
I mean, do you think he helps the Cavs?
Ugh.
He doesn't. I'll answer that he doesn't.
No.
Nah, he really doesn't. I mean, like, he's better than Iman Shumpert. I say that with a question mark.
I say that as a question, not a statement.
You guys obviously watched the finals last year.
Yes.
They kind of, I guess, had a hole in that position.
They really did.
But when J.R. Smith is hot, you're gonna sit him down for Dwayne Wade.
Nah, that's the one thing. When J.R. Smith is hot, you don't bring Dwayne Wade back in. Maybe, I don't fucking. This team, because then they're gonna put Derrick Rose in there. Derrick Rose and Dwayne Wade together.
Yeah, wouldn't you rather have a Isaiah Thomas, Derrick Rose backcourt than Isaiah Thomas? There's so many other people on the team that I'd rather play than Dwayne Wade.
Go play like big ball and put like Jay Crowder at the 2, and then put LeBron at the 3, Kevin Love at the 4, Tristan at the 5.
Yeah, and they signed Jeff Green. They just have so many.
They just have so many. They just have so many S.
I think they're trying to make their starting lineup over 6'6", and think that'll just win things.
And it's not like they're a young team who needs like Dwayne Wade as his experience,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because they have plenty of it. They've been to the finals every year.
Yeah. LeBron has been to what, H3 finals?
Yeah.
7?
Like that. Well, you could say any number and just gonna get bigger because there's no one in the East really like contesting that team other than maybe like the Celtics.
Celtics and Wizards. Hey.
Yeah, that's true. They're. I mean, with this roster, they could contend
Yeah.
with them.
How great would it have been if Dwayne Wade went to the Warriors?
Oh my god. I feel like LeBron just. Oh my god. What would have LeBron done if he went to the Warriors?
I think LeBron would have joined the Warriors as well.
Oh no.
I think he would have said, you know what? Why not?
Oh my
It would
god.
have been a super long Instagram story about loyalty and
Oh my god.
Kendrick Lamar song playing. And
He would just been like sitting there in like the workout room and just like bang his head like against the wall. Oh my god, LeBron is nuts. He would have. Oh my god.
now, are you guys riding the Warriors automatic championship?
It's hard to put the if it's a Warriors Cavs finals, I think the Warriors sweep them.
Ooh, hot take city. I don't
Yeah.
know about that.
Really?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't think LeBron like goes down just like in a sweep. I don't think that. But
I feel like I almost want to see like the Wizards or the Celtics in the finals just to see how they match up against the Warriors over 7 games.
do you think anyone in the West gives them a hard time more than like anyone in the East would?
Yeah, I mean, I think let's. This is a huge if the Pelicans figure out how to play basketball. There's no way you stop Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins.
Ooh.
I kind of like that because I know DeMarcus Cousins kills the Warriors
Yeah.
because no one can really guard DeMarcus Cousins on that
Yeah.
team. But my thing is Alvin Gentry going out on a limb and saying Drew Holiday is going to be guarding the Kevin Durant's and the LeBron Jameses this year.
Yeah. It's just tough because they have 2 guys inside, but they can't really guard anything on the perimeter. So if you're just going to battle for 2s and 3s.
Well, dude, you have Solomon Hill.
Right, exactly what I said. You can't guard anyone on the
I
perimeter.
understand.
Sorry, am I not putting enough respect on Solomon Hill?
Yeah.
They signed Rondo. I mean, he's playing the passing lanes.
Right.
I like Rondo on that team.
Again, he can't shoot.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if let's say they're the 8th seed and the Warriors are the 1 seed. I don't know. Anything can happen.
It'd be a weird series, I feel like.
Because they have to play Zaza. And I think they're a worse team when he's on the floor.
Yeah. That's true. I could see them giving a hard time in the first
Mm-hmm.
round. But if the Pelicans don't make the playoffs, I feel like the Rockets, the Spurs, and the Thunder just kind of like beat themselves up like before they can even play the Warriors.
Another thing, the Thunder, they were up 3-1 on the Warriors Warriors 2 years ago.
That's true.
Ah.
My man Nick, the Thunder fan, is grimacing a little bit.
You switched out Kevin Durant, put in Paul George, right?
Yeah.
But you also have Carmelo out there for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he shoots the post stuff. He does that like long range 2 stuff that he's really good at.
We also have Carmelo Anthony playing his favorite position, power forward. The position he played the whole 2012-2013 season. When they actually, the best Knicks team since like Patrick Ewing was on the team, but I don't know.
I think it's very clear Roberson's going to play the 4.
Oh no.
It's called small ball, Jason. Look it up.
Oh no.
That was a new thing. Oh, I did have a question for you guys.
Go for it.
Wild card team.
Mm-hmm.
Team no one's talking about, but they're in it every year.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's more specific about one player. The Grizzlies. Do you guys think Chandler Parsons is good at basketball?
I think his knees aren't that good at basketball.
Yeah, his knees aren't built.
2 games.
Oh no.
I don't know because he broke the 3-point record at Houston, right? He hit like 13 threes in a game or something ridiculous like that.
If he stays healthy, he could be like a decent like.
What position is he? He's a small forward. He's
yeah.
not okay.
But
Is he
dude,
good at basketball?
Whenever I think about
Relatively speaking, yes, he's good at basketball.
relatively speaking, NBA speaking, no. but whenever I look at Chandler Parsons, I just remember like 2K14 when he was just like this nobody, but like he just lit it up from 3. So like I have hope for Chandler Parsons. That's all I can say.
Plus, they signed a very similar player who you don't really know if he's good or not, Tyreek Evans.
Ugh. Tyreek Evans.
Yeah.
He's like one of those guys that's like you were really excited about, and then he's kind of like Michael Carter Williams, like great rookie seasons, and then just flatline.
It's like OJ Mayo, except OJ Mayo got kicked out of the league. Drugs that we don't even know about.
Yeah. Actually, he's trying to make an NBA comeback. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, it's not. So is Stephon Marbury. So
And well, no, Jimmer's in China again. Sorry.
No. I miss Jimmer.
Yeah.
I was at one of the.
insane that they wouldn't play Jimmer.
I
Who's
would.
the head coach?
That was when wasn't.
Was that Jason Kidd?
That was Derek
Fisher.
Derek Fisher and Kurt Rambis.
Yeah.
Derek Fisher and Kurt Rambis refused to play Jimmer for that. One of the two.
Scoring 59 in the D League. Refused to play him.
I was at one game when he was still on the team, and the Knicks were getting blown out. I was really upset. That's my first thought. But I remember like the last 2 minutes, everyone was just screaming for Jimmer, and he actually entered the game, and they started an MVP chant every time he touched the ball. So you can't say that man didn't bring excitement to New York. He brings excitement.
Another West team. The Nuggets go out there and get Millsap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a difference maker? Has Paul Millsap ever been a difference maker?
He's better than Kenneth Faried. I could say that, and he's always up there like as like
I no one talks about, but like he's actually very good.
he was in the All-Star race, and
Yeah.
he was dark horse for DPOY the past couple seasons. So I can see that.
I think he moves the needle for them as far as getting into the playoffs, maybe. But like as far as contending, I don't think that at all.
So he's better than Gallinari.
Yes.
He's definitely a better player
Yeah.
than Gallinari.
Yeah.
His all-around game's probably better. Gallinari's probably a better scorer.
I just sometimes when players aren't talked about a lot, it's for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's definitely understood.
Like we're talking about LeBron James a lot, because he's good, and I feel like we don't talk about Paul Millsap enough. Because why would we?
I feel like Paul Millsap is like one of those guys who's like really good, but like he's not fun to watch. Like no one like turns on like your TV and like, oh dude, I gotta watch Paul Millsap play.
Yeah, like the Hawks are playing. It's like, oh, I can't wait to watch Paul Millsap like quietly score like 15 points and kind of defend the 4.
Yeah, really.
It's like there's nothing fun about it.
Speaking of the Hawks,
They're bad.
how soon until? Well, I guess I'm switching off the Hawks immediately because they traded Dwight Howard.
Yes.
Do to the Hornets.
Yes.
How soon until Dwight Howard and Kemba Walker are murdering each other?
I think right after Frank Kaminsky starts fighting him.
Oh no, that team's gonna.
But they're a pick and roll team, so maybe Dwight could kind of work if he kind of does the pick and roll and just kind of rolls and dunks it. I don't know.
Dwight Howard's just such a team cancer. Did you have you seen the article on how the Hawks celebrated after he got traded? Like all the players on the team like went out to dinner.
Oh wow.
Apparently, he's just that horrible of a person to play with.
Who ruined his career at the Lakers? Who was it?
Oh, that guy Kobe Bean.
Oh yeah, Kobe destroyed his career.
That's what he says. If you ask Kobe, he's like, he's just soft.
Oh man.
Also, Jazz. I don't know if you saw the new Ricky Rubio.
Does he wear two shooting sleeves now?
Tatted up.
Yeah, he looks.
Wait, he's tatted up?
He looks like a different person. Yeah, I saw a picture of him.
What?
I think Nick wants to pull up a picture.
I'm gonna pull up a
speak,
picture right now.
Oh no.
He's a zaddy now. He's an Instagram hottie.
Oh my God, Ricky
Oh,
Rubio.
yeah.
What is this?
Oh yeah, he's all
He
tatted
grew out
up.
the hair. He grew out the beard. Wow.
I think this is his new phase after he got traded to the Jazz, and then they said just to like bring Gordon Hayward back, and then Gordon Hayward didn't come back, so he's like, all right, I guess this is my team now.
Oh man.
He's the bad boy of Utah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, I thought that would go to Jumpin' Joe Ingles.
No, I don't think that one's it.
Oh man.
As far as the Spurs go, how soon until LaMarcus Aldridge removes himself from the Spurs organization and demands a trade?
Well, there's gonna be the inevitable Rudy Gay injury.
Right. It's the other Achilles.
Oh no.
Kawhi is gonna, catch a flu or something weird, and it's gonna be all eyes on LaMarcus. And that once that little, 0 for 40 spell is over, I think he's gonna want to move.
Where does he go, though? That's the question. What team actually wants LaMarcus Aldridge?
I mean, look at a team like Brooklyn, who is just like collecting bad contracts and first-round picks.
You think like maybe like Nets? What would that trade be, like Allen Crabbe and like
See, but Allen Crabbe would become like a 45% shooter from 3
well exactly
under the Spurs.
That's why the Spurs would trade him to Brooklyn
That's
so they could
true.
get Allen Crabbe.
That's true.
Or like Karis LeVert, because like they would just like mold him into like the next like Manu Ginobili or something.
He needs a bald spot though for that to happen.
Greg Popovich is something else, so he could have something up his sleeve for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, I'm a little upset we all picked Kawhi Leonard.
Nah, Russell Westbrook.
If Westbrook can manage to do a triple-double again.
With Melo and Paul George.
He needs his Hall of Fame plaque right
Melo's
now.
not gonna get any rebounds, so.
That's true. And Steven Adams likes to let Russ get his rebounds, so there's at least 6.
I can already see Steven Adams boxing out 3 people. Melo standing on the other side of the court behind the 3-point line, waiting, and Russell Westbrook just jumping in and grabbing every rebound possible.
Obviously, you guys are familiar with basketball Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, here we go.
The amount of people who defend Westbrook's clear stat padding.
Hey, you're looking at one of them.
Yeah, you got a Westbrook stan.
I'm
over
ready.
here.
What are you trying to argue about?
So we all agree that the team moves out of the way and lets Westbrook catch rebounds, right?
Oh, yeah, and it's very clear that he also just completely disregards his defensive assignments to try and grab rebounds.
Okay, cool. And we also all agree that when he passes the ball, they know that they need to shoot.
Yes. Well, most of the time they are open, to be completely fair.
Yeah, no one really guards anyone on the Thunder.
Right, because Russell Westbrook is the entire team.
Well, this is my argument that James Harden is better.
Mm-hmm.
I think first of all, he led the league in both points and assists.
Mm-hmm.
I also think his assists are a little more natural.
Mm-hmm.
He also led a team in rebounding. And if you've ever seen James Harden play, he's never jumped ever.
Yeah, that man.
Impressive.
That man doesn't dunk. Like, I never see him in-game dunk. He's always just trying to draw fouls. So, yeah, I mean, I agree. I do think James Harden's better than Russell Westbrook. And
it's really hard. I really don't want to say it. I really don't want to say
boiling over. We might have to cut short.
No. As far as the triple threat goes, like the ability to shoot from deep, the ability to drive, and the ability to pass, I think Harden has him beat as far as being a more complete player. I still really love Westbrook, though, and I would take him in a heartbeat. He throws passes between guys' legs and also does the sham god, so...
James Harden loses playoff games and then, like, hits the strip club after. His jersey is retired at a strip club.
Didn't Joel Embiid go out to a strip club in his jersey after a game?
Yes. He did do that.
Paul George wears his jersey on vacation.
Right. He definitely does do that.
I feel like he does that because Paul George feels like he doesn't get noticed enough. When
Yeah,
he's
right.
outside the
Oh
NBA.
my. Well, the Warrior or the Thunder sent him to the Nike jersey unveiling. I was messing with Jason about this. It's like the Thunder were like, let's make a statement. We're gonna send Paul George to the jersey unveiling, and the Warriors are like, let's show that Kevin Durant is the face. Let's send him to the jersey unveiling. And then the Boston Celtics are like, Shane Larkin, you want to go? And he's like, yeah.
That Shane Larkin got noticed way more than Paul George.
Yeah,
he probably did.
He
Because
did.
people are like, wait, what's this D Leaguer doing here?
And everyone was like looking at like Frank, and he's like, "Does he even speak English? He doesn't even go here."
Oh,
and
my
like
goodness.
Frank's not talking to anyone. He's like, oh, "Well, who are you, American slobs?" I don't know if that's how Frank talks.
There's also a huge push for the Sixers that I'm not buying.
Ooh, okay. So you don't think... Well, I had him 9th in my predictions simply because the bottom of the Eastern Conference is all going to be around 15 wins. So by process of elimination, they should do better than that.
Like, if we agree, Celtics, Wizards, Cavs, Raptors, top 4.
Yeah. Oh, no, we actually have the Bucks in there.
We have the Bucks.
We think
Okay,
the Raptors...
Bucks 5.
Yeah.
There's no, like, order yet.
Yeah, but that's a top 5 right there.
I say the Heat,
Mm-hmm.
6.
Okay. I think I had them 6th.
Bringing in the culture.
Knicks, 7.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Hornets? Question mark.
Yeah, I guess if we have to.
Who else did I have in there?
I think Pistons.
Yeah, we had the Pistons up there, I guess.
I mean, we're
I don't like Stan Van Gundy. Is he still there?
Yeah.
With Reggie Jackson, Andre Drummond,
And Andre Drummond's shoulder hair, like it's just,
Avery Bradley.
They do have Avery Bradley now, and Marcus Morris. No,
they traded him.
they traded Marcus Morris to the Celtics. Just kidding.
For Avery Bradley.
For Avery Bradley.
Dingus.
Sorry.
Kennard's gonna go off.
I like the addition and former Nick Langston Galloway.
X Factor.
He was like the first free agent signed. It was the most like obscure thing. Like Langston Galloway, 3 years, $21 million. I was just like, why? Who was outbidding you for him?
He is the third highest paid guard on the team behind Reggie Jackson and Avery Bradley.
That's ridiculous. Langston Galloway's making more than Dwayne Wade and Derrick Rose combined. Oh my god, I love
I
playing.
just want to say that the Sixers are going. Every single one of those players will be hurt.
Oh yeah. I don't.
Not like missing a game or two, like for the season.
Well, yeah, you're betting your entire franchise on one guy who had a broken foot for 2 years, one guy who had a broken foot for a year, and Markelle Fultz actually doesn't know how many teams are in the NBA, so that alone drops them down out of the playoff race.
Yeah, didn't he say there was like 28?
He said there was
teams in
24 teams in the NBA.
Oh my God.
He didn't know.
I guess he was
Yeah, they at media day they were like messing with the rookies. They're like, let's see how much the rookies know about NBA history. And it's like, how many teams are in the NBA? Markel Fultz is like 24, 26, 29. And they're like, no, it's 30. And he's like, oh, okay.
I think
I'm not joking with you.
I think he was probably messing with them, but at the same time he was probably disregarding like the Hawks, the Bulls, the Knicks.
That worries me, man. That worries me.
He was like, these teams don't.
Actually, I got into an argument on Twitter, of course.
Wait, you got into an argument on Twitter? I've never heard of that.
Jaleel Okafor, he's really good at basketball, and I've never been so quick to disagree.
He's like, oh god, but I feel like I don't know about you, but I saw it coming out of college. I was like, there's no way this guy's like gonna be good in the NBA, and like he's not.
I just think about that video of like some Bulls guard driving on him, and he just kind of stands there, and the Bulls guard puts up a floater over him. He doesn't put his hands up. The rebound comes down. The Bulls guard who just shot it gets it, puts it up again, misses, puts it up again, and Jaleel Okafor staring at the basket.
Oh man, well, he's such a he's not a good NBA player. I can't believe someone actually said that.
Like, confidently, the Knicks need to trade for him. That would be the worst. But I know the Knicks will trade for him.
Yeah, we need more centers, bro.
We need more. Put Kristaps at the 2. Play everyone.
We need more offensive dominant centers. Like Enes Kanter, Willie, they're not enough. We need another like offensive center.
Also, we skipped past this. But Joakim Noah is suspended for, I think, the first 12 games.
Something like that, yeah.
For doing steroids.
Yeah. I'm actually. I mean, I don't think we're gonna miss him for those first 12 games because I don't think anyone really cares. I don't even think like the Knicks care that he's like missing those 12 games. But I'm actually hearing that Jeff Hornacek says he looks really good post like.
All right.
Yeah, I don't take his word for it, but at the same time, it would be nice to see him be like a competent NBA player, unlike last year.
Jeez.
No, because that means he's gonna play.
Yeah.
And I don't want that.
Yeah, the Knicks have a logjam at center, and the one player who can't move is Joakim Noah.
Because then you're taking away precious Michael Beasley minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, dude. Left side Carmelo.
So who's the worst team in the East this year? Is it the Bulls, Hawks, or Pacers? Or Magic? Or someone else?
Alright, well, off the top of your head, what's the Hawks starting 5?
Dennis Schroeder, who just got charged for battery.
Kent Bazemore. Torian Prince.
Yeah.
No, is Ersan on the Hawks?
Yeah,
Ersan. He is on the Hawks?
Yeah.
Okay, Ersan Ilyasova, DeAndre Bembry or John Collins?
John Collins.
That's the Hawks starting 5, I think.
Well, I take it back because Kent Bazemore is a monster. I think it all depends on, like, do you really think Chris Dunn is a bust? I think it's a little early to just say he's garbage.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it too early to say Cameron Payne is a bust?
Yeah, there's a lot of busts on this team. Denzel Valentine couldn't get minutes in the playoffs.
They're gonna be so hard to watch. It's just gonna be like Zach LaVine like trying to like score 30 a night, and like Lauri Markkanen. That's it.
Yeah, he's gonna be like big and Finnish. He's Finnish, right?
Is he?
I don't know, man. He's foreign.
Yeah, they're all from Finland.
Yeah. Lauri Markkanen could either be like Kristaps or he could be like Dragan Bender, and I don't think there's
Andre
any between.
Bargnani.
Andre Bargnani.
I mean, I'm rooting for Justin Holiday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's on the
mainly because he has the contract that Tim Hardaway should have.
Oh my god. You hate that contract. That's the take I'm taking from this.
It's because we're so happy we finally got rid of Phil Jackson. Scott Perry comes in and dumps a Brinks truck to Tim Hardaway.
Oh man. Oh, good. And then the whole Hawks thing came out. They weren't gonna match anything above like $45 million.
I don't know what they. I will say this about the Magic. they are in a perpetual state of never getting the number 1 pick.
But like,
That's so accurate.
and they're just like floating around that 6, 7, 8 area.
And they just keep getting like Alfred Payton types. Mario Hezonja,
Isaac now, who will do nothing. He's Aaron Gordon again
but skinnier. With bigger hair.
for now.
Is this the year Mario Hezonja breaks out for the Magic?
They
I
need,
hope so.
they need a lot of players to break out.
Yeah.
You can really go down their entire roster.
And it's just like, well, they have Mo Spates, to be fair.
That's true.
And I don't, Mo Spates.
Oh, they stole Jonathan Simmons from the Spurs.
They did do that.
Bismack Biyombo.
Doesn't he drop the ball like 5 times a game? Like he just gets a pass and just drops it.
I wouldn't doubt it. He had like one good series against the Cavs, and like they're like views from the six, and then and then Orlando was like, we need that guy.
So who's more of an irrelevant team, the Magic or the Suns?
Oh, it's the Magic. The Suns are interesting.
The Suns like broke the record for like
Look at
youngest
Eric
team.
Bledsoe.
Oh,
He's exciting, man. I wish he wasn't on the Suns.
I think they're gonna make a move, so they're interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Booker and Josh Jackson are an interesting combo.
Don't forget about T.J. Warren. He just got a big money move. 4 years, $54 million.
I forgot about him. And yeah, I don't know. I think they're an interesting team.
Mm-hmm.
As they battle the Lakers for the last pick, I think.
What do you
the
mean?
Kings.
Are you gonna tell me that Lonzo isn't gonna lead the Lakers to a playoff?
Just like LeVar Ball predicted.
Did you see there was a line to shake his hand?
There was a line to shake Lonzo's hand.
LeVar.
Oh, LeVar's. Oh, what is he, a mob boss? Like what? What world are we living in right now?
All right.
Show your respects.
Yeah, right.
One topic about LeVar Ball that I'm just hearing. He just pulled LaMelo out of high school to homeschool him and train him. No more high school basketball. That
I like the way that's train him.
Yes.
Mold him in his basement. into a-
I also heard that like one of the reasons why, other than like this whole shoe deal and like everything, I heard his high school coach said, yeah, LaMelo's not shooting 50 times a night anymore.
The thing is, the coach can't really control that.
Yeah, he really can't.
LaMelo's feeling it. What
Lame-
can you do?
yeah, really.
When LaMelo feels like cherry picking, he's gonna cherry pick.
I mean,
Oh, that was the worst highlight I've ever seen.
oh, but it's like he has so much exposure already that I feel like if like some other kid who like is a top prospect but like didn't have the same name recognition, like dropped out and just tried to train on his own, like it just would end in flames. But I feel like he might be able to get away with it.
No.
Oh, he already has a full ride to UCLA, to be fair.
Well, his eligibility might be up because of the shoe deal.
Forgot about that. Just kidding.
So we can
Don't
see.
be shocked if he's playing in like Spain in a few months.
Yeah, you might see that.
That'd be crazy.
He might do what Brandon Jennings did and like go to like Rome.
Or go Terrence Ferguson route, go to Australia.
We just named 2 MVPs right there. So yeah, I think it's good.
Brandon Jennings is like was one of the best NBA players in modern NBA history. So
Oh man. What's your feelings on LiAngelo? Is he the forgotten one?
I respect that the Ball family is very honest about LiAngelo basketball.
Oh, poor kid. He's like the most like NBA like type of player though. Like he doesn't have a whack shot. Yeah, he's like physical tools that like kind of match up with what the NBA looks for.
Zero
ball-
coordination.
Yeah, kind of looks a little chubby sometimes.
oh no, I'm actually gonna be looking at him at UCLA just to see how he plays. You know, he could be interesting. Like maybe like an undrafted player. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna.
He always goes undrafted in the 2K draft classes,
Oh,
so I don't know if that's an indication or anything.
And he always comes out as like a 62 overall.
Yeah.
For now.
For now,
For now,
Get into the trading camps.
him and Aaron Holiday are gonna
untap
kill
his
it.
potential. Perimeter shooting.
Can I ask you guys your Rookie of the Year predictions?
Who-
I have Lonzo.
I had Dennis Smith Jr.
One of you guys is right. It's Dennis Smith.
Hey, let's go.
Oh, what? So you have Dennis Smith? Oh, okay. All right, I see how
I
it is.
think Dennis Smith has the green light to do whatever he wants.
Right. And if Yogi Ferrell could do what he did under Rick Carlisle, I am fully confident that Dennis Smith could do all that and more.
Like Dennis Smith and Seth Curry are gonna go off.
They're going to be...
Sounds like a joke, but I'm kind of serious.
I mean, Dirk Nowitzki's going to be playing center this year.
Yeah,
so
poor Nerlens Noel.
that team's going to be interesting.
I forgot about Nerlens. He's off the bench, right?
Yeah. He just missed out on getting paid $17 a year, so now he's just on a qualifying offer for $4 million a year. So,
What? Is he out of the league soon? Like, what happened?
he tried pushing for more money, even though he's like injury prone and only averaged 8 and 5 a game.
I don't know what his ceiling is. Like, what is his ceiling? Is it 8 and 5? Is that his ceiling?
Nah, because he was averaging like 11 and like 7. Like
But what's Tyson Chandler's like best season?
that DPOY season probably for the
I
Knicks.
think he can do that.
You think he could do that?
Yeah,
Interesting.
he can put up Ben Wallace numbers. I don't. As soon as I said that, I regretted it. But he can put up.
Oh,
Just gonna
man.
walk that statement back. So who's your sixth man?
Ooh, six man. Well, if Isaiah Thomas comes back, does Derrick Rose qualify?
Is there a games amount that he needs to
Yeah,
play as a bench player?
I think if Isaiah does come back at January, then Derrick Rose won't qualify.
Because it's too many starts.
Yeah.
All right.
Derrick Rose was mine, though, before that.
I think the easy answer is probably Jamal Crawford because I think Minnesota, they're going to have a lot of attention, so Jamal Crawford's going to get a lot of eyes. Do the Thunder have a bench?
The Thunder?
Patrick Patterson.
Patrick Patterson.
That big.
That's actually not terrible. Raymond Felton.
Lou Williams, if he comes off the bench for the Clippers.
Yeah, I had Eric Gordon down simply because the Rockets lost all of their bench depth, so Eric Gordon needs to score like 45 off the bench.
He is on his own out there, but they signed that guy from China, so.
Who?
Yao Ming Light.
Yao Ming.
Oh no.
Was he in the summer league? Was he that guy that everyone was going crazy about in the summer league? I remember there was a Chinese guy, like every time he touched the ball, everyone just went nuts.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I couldn't pronounce his name right now, but
yeah, it's Yao Ming Light. We'll just put that on his jersey.
actually, my pick is Swaggy P.
Swaggy P for the Warriors. Okay.
Okay.
It's the perfect situation to just go out there and just do that.
Yeah, because when he comes off the bench, the Warriors are going to be up by like 15 at that point, so he could just shoot.
He might play 30 minutes a night.
Oh no. I can't wait for the Warriors Brooklyn Nets first game because Swaggy P versus D'Angelo Russell.
Oh my God!
First,
They've made up though. They're friends.
yeah, but you never know.
That's true.
That could just be a hoax.
That's true.
Half the things that NBA players say about their relationships is just a hoax. That's my opinion.
I have a question. Oh, you go.
I think it's hard for the best that he's not with Iggy Azalea. I think that worked out for everyone.
I think it did too.
Yeah, those
Hard not to agree with that one. I have one thing. You remember the whole Kevin Durant thing on Twitter, right? Where he had like everyone thought he had the burner account because he was tweeting about in like the third person about like why he left OKC.
Right.
Do the OKC fans meet him with even louder jeers this year than last year because of that?
No, I think they're set with their booing of Carmelo Anthony. Like they're gonna be pretty focused.
Oh no.
They were cheering him so much in the blue-white scrimmage, though.
Yeah, but he can't wear a hoodie during the game.
Shoot. Are you sure about that?
No, if he can, I mean, it's a whole different conversation. But
I can definitely see the whole Thunder organization going up to Adam Silver and just like forcing him to like change the rules.
Please let him play in a hoodie.
I don't think they can boo Durant because that's gonna confuse Carmelo and think that they're not booing him. They are.
He's gonna be out on the floor like, wait, what?
Who they booing?
Who are they booing?
They booing KD or me?
I also think Westbrook signed that ridiculous extension, so like they're good.
Yeah.
I think they're over that.
Because he didn't specifically say Westbrook in the tweets as a reason why he left. It was all about the bench and Billy Donovan. Nothing was about Westbrook.
He pretty much said like, I didn't like Enes Kanter.
Yeah, And Enes Kanter, I think, made it clear that he didn't exactly like Kevin Durant.
Please beat the Warriors.
Yeah, he just
Please.
that's harder to do.
I like Ennis, but
Yeah,
that was funny.
take care of him in New York, please. He's sensitive.
Yeah.
He's also on the Turkish terrorist list, so just watch out, please.
God.
I mean, none of us know for sure that we're not on that list, so
You're not wrong.
He just comes up with these great points.
Okay. So, I think we're gonna wrap it up. Any final thoughts on the NBA season?
I honestly think Kristaps second place MVP voting.
That's a
You
take.
heard it here first. Kristaps is gonna get some looks off this year.
Mhm.
It's his team.
Mhm.
He's got his physiotherapist. It's Michael Beasley in his ear, like, keep shooting. He's looking around. He's either gonna shoot or pass to Ron Baker. I mean, I think he's gonna. This is a huge year for Kristaps.
I could attest to that. I think KP's gonna have a huge year.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Or he's gonna sprain it like his foot and be out for a while. So
Oh no.
Injuries are just the worst. That's why I turn them off in 2K.
Oh no.
you're the worst.
What a way to end it.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on again, Lester. I really appreciate it. So everyone, go follow the Lester Lee.
King Lester Lee, I believe it is, right?
No, your handle's the Lester Lee, right?
Well, yes.
Yes.
Oh, Lester Lee.
The Lester Lee on Twitter, and also follow Dead Seriousness on Twitter. The founder right here, so everyone go check it out. And thanks for coming on again. Thanks for watching.
You can't watch podcasts.
Yep, my bad. But all right, guys, thanks for coming on. Have a good one.